We are back, everybody, for episode number 12, already up to 12. We are here with me today, Ethan Burrell, to take a look at the regular season finale at Daytona. Got to see some super speedway action. We got to see a new winner. We're going to go over all of that, as well as be able to take a look at some other action that happened in Elite as far as the races. And then we're going to go about looking at our final 14 contenders to go for the championship for 24A, the first championship for the BellyUp Sports Cup Series. Exciting stuff to always be able to put in your hat that you're the first champion for that series title. So that's going to be exciting. Then we're going to take a look at our next contender of the gauntlet. That's Joshua Adams. Got a lot of interesting, fun questions that we were able to ask him. And then, then we're going to do some marble races, and overall, we're going to have a lot of fun. Are you ready for this, Ethan?
I'm excited, man. The season's gone by in a hurry. I can't believe we're already going playoff racing.
It's gone by in a hurry. We've done so many episodes. It's unbelievable how many episodes that we've already done for this series, and I'm excited. Like I said, we got a lot of fun things. We also, that final 14, we made some mottos for them. They're, I guess you would say, like mantras as far as what they're going to say going for that championship. Something to hype up those guys, the 14 drivers. You're one of those, Ethan, going for that chance for a championship. Just to make it into those final 14 is super impressive. So that's going to be fun to take a look at.
Yeah. I can't wait, man. I'm going for the triple crown still. Last season I had a shot and didn't get it done, so hoping for that cup title, man. That's the hardest one to get.
Yeah, it's difficult. No, I wouldn't know. I won the very first one, so. But we're gonna go ahead and take a look at, for the start, we're gonna see all the finishes in Elite. So it's gonna go through all the ones from the final race of the ARCA series, as well as the Truck series and the Xfinity. Let's go ahead and take a look at that right now. Well, actually, give me a second because people keep messing with something. Hold on. Sorry, if I put on there now, we're going to be side by side. They keep messing with the hotkeys here.
Oh,
sorry about that. Yeah, I know. There we go. Fixed it already. Didn't take that long. There you go, folks. Let's go ahead and take a look now at the finishes for some of these series in this week.
Wants to get a move done, he has to really be audacious, he has to be aggressive here. The last quarter of a second, see Caleb Bakuma there off the track in the background, but this last corner, Capri loses it, and I think that's all she wrote for Tyler Foti.
Tyler Foti, no pressure for at least the final straightaway. He's going to get to the checkered flag and win the Virginia Road Course Challenge ahead of Chase Cabry. What a battle over those closing laps.
Aggressive with Michael Hossack. Here comes Pop. Here comes Robilas. Let's go. Mark Robilas, Jess Story coming up. Oh, there. Never mind. Bye, Mark. As Chase Cabry, Seth Rawls, and Connor Thompson to the top three.
39.
Here we go. Thompson to the bottom. Rolls up top. Contact. Who's going to get there? It's Chase Cabry leading the way ahead of Seth Rawls and Connor Thompson here. Your winner, once again, is going to be Chase Cabry ahead of Seth Rawls and Connor Thompson. White flag is displayed. 1 lap remaining in the 2024A Pit Pass Network ARCA Series season. Justin Wadsworth continuing to lead the way ahead of Jay Connor as Connor tries everything he possibly can. Gets a little bit sideways here. We'll see if he offers up a full send into turn number 3 as they head there for the final time here tonight and the final time this season. Justin Wadsworth going to work his way off of turn number 4. And for the final time this season, checkered flag, your race winner and your champion is Justin Wadsworth.
Jesse Racimus on the bottom, leading with Ethan Burrell in behind. Can Racimus get a big run in the monster car? White flag is out. Trey Holmes, the race leader.
It's going to be a race back to the checkered flag here. Who's able to get it done? Looks like Matthew Weeks is trying to look inside, outside. Here comes Racimus on the bottom lane with help. All the way back.
Big push from Ethan Burrell.
What a shove by Ethan Burrell, able to get it going. They're all trying to find a way up there. Matthew Weeks is on to the back of the 88, the 37 to the back of the 70.
Yep, those two both need this finish. Holmes doesn't have to win, Racimus does. Here comes Cody to the middle.
Oh, they're pushing out of turn 4. It's going to be side by side here.
They're going to finish clean and green. Weeks abandons Holmes. Here comes Racimus to the bottom. Jesse Racimus wins at Daytona.
Racimus wins it here.
Jesse Racimus
from Ethan Burrell.
We asked him to change the scheme all season long. We're finally going to get to talk to him, and it's a win at Daytona, maybe to get into the playoffs.
That was the finish of a lot of the races this week. There was a lot of good races there, weren't there?
There was, yeah. Shout out Justin Wadsworth, the big championship. I think he won the last 3 in a row.
Yes.
He kicked butt, man. He did awesome.
Yeah, he put on a clinic at the end of that season there. He really wanted it, and yeah, really good job for a brand new champion and elite. Awesome to see. It wasn't a Fody, it wasn't a Tate Lytle, it wasn't a Ethan Burrell going out winning the championship. It was a new guy, so everyone loves to see when a new guy comes out there and wins it. So yeah, congratulations to Ethan or to Justin Wadsworth.
He's a good guy too, man. He's a really good guy. He's a good personality down there in the garage. So good for him, man. That last clip was cool too. That Jesse had a heck of a pusher.
Yeah, well, we'll get into that. Let's go ahead and let's go into it right now, actually, Ethan.
Right.
Let's go ahead, folks, and we're going to take a look at the final regular season. There was a lot on the line, not only for the regular season champion, because it was coming down to either Matthew Weeks or Tyler Fody. There was also a chance for a lot of guys to try to win to get their way in or point their way in. There's a lot of storylines going on into the entire race that we had to keep an eye on. And overall, a lot on the line, a lot of fun. And it all started off with a lot of contradictions as far as how we are going to start doing qualifying now, because we don't want Fody qualifying on pole anymore. I think is what it came down to. So let's go ahead and get that started off there. And not qualifying on pole is exactly what he was not able to do, and that was Tyler Fody. In front of the field before it's too long, but the pace car lights
I liked the changeup. I think it did take
the
the teasing out of it. It was hard. You really just had to. It was the quickest 2 laps. It felt straightforward to me.
You still have Josh Robin up there. I think Tyler Fody just didn't qualify, saying, well, I'll show you. Tyler Fody said, I'll show you. I don't need to qualify up front to go and win this thing. And that's the first wreck right there. So it didn't take very long.
I thought for sure that was going to be Sunny D.
No, that's one of our championship contenders there. Luckily for Nick Indelicato there. He was already locked in, but this was all on Nick.
Huh. Pretty early too, wasn't it?
Yeah, you'll see here. It was pretty early.
Oh, he's following the bumper in front of him and just yeah, that was all on Nick there. Thankfully for the 73, I bet his car wasn't too bad after he fixed it up. That's the only silver lining for him.
Yeah, so then that set up pit stops here, and this is where it got a little interesting. We had a couple guys stay out, everyone coming down pit road to top off on fuel, and that kind of set things up. That was Tyler Fody and a couple other, Adams and Stanley. They stayed out trying to play the track position, thinking that there was going to be a caution, and it set up a very interesting point in the race where people were trying to save fuel and a lot of racing there. We had a long green flag run, but almost had a caution here on lap 36. You were worried about Sunny D. Well, Sunny D gets into this one. Sunny D got into a lot of them.
Somebody was very mad at Sunny D, and so I'm excited.
That's later on in the race. Yeah, okay. That's later on, not this point.
Oh, looks like he just got jacked up right there.
Yeah, Clark got into the back of him, sent him into Hibbs. Hibbs, the first car out of the race. This took Hibbs out.
Oh, man.
And bam! Yeah, body slammed him.
Uh-oh.
It,
Looked like the Kyle Busch wreck. Oh, no, he got it turned back around a little bit.
a little bit, but then overcorrects it again.
Oh,
And
yeah.
then back into the wall.
Broken left front right there.
It broke it. And then
Oh, boy, what the heck's going on here?
so there was a lot. There's this is when the green flag pit stop started happening. Lap 47, Tyler Fody started coming down, and it got very interesting because this broke up the pack big time.
Oh,
Here's
yeah.
another group coming down pit road. This was David Tooker leading that group down,
Yep,
and I think you were in that group too, weren't you?
Yeah, I
you were.
went down with those guys. There was a bunch of Fords with us, too. Another group
Yeah.
there.
Lap 55. So as you can see, it was spread out between like 7 or 8 laps, and it caused this big group here to form at the front. I think it was like 13 guys able to get out front of the main group, just with how you guys were able to come out. But it didn't stay that long. I was quite surprised with this draft package that you guys could get so spread out, and then like you could all draft back up again.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just, I mean, any sort of side by side in this next gen, it's just the side draft is insane. I think that plays a big part in it. I think if you're not in the lead pack, you just got to stay single file, and you're probably going to catch up.
Yeah, I mean, you will see here exactly what I'm talking about. These 13 drivers, and it did not take long. There's a big pack behind them, about over 3 seconds back, and they all lined up and in quick motion here, caught right back up to you guys. Here they are there.
Oh, yep.
That took like 4 laps for them to all gang back up and catch right back up to you.
Yep. Boom, look at that. Just like nothing happened. Big old pack.
Yeah, so then this caution happens just as when everyone gets back, clumped back up together, and oh boy, watch what happens here. Oh, hey, look, it's Chad Frankenfield at a super speedway.
Oh.
And our
Yeah.
ARCA champion that we were talking very nice of. Boom.
Yeah, they kind of moved up. I think it threw him off, and I don't know. If you're around Rucker and Chad, it's something.
You know you're in a recipe of trouble.
Yeah.
Those two together, that's not happiness made. that's some kind of form of Sunny D concoction. But yeah, Justin Wadsworth around. That was 3 laps down at the time. Pushing really hard.
Yeah.
So now we're starting to get into the nitty gritty. We're getting to 30 laps to go, and it was only 100 laps. It went by fairly quickly.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you say?
It was actually a really solid Daytona Super Speedway race. I mean, it wasn't too crazy. We got green flag pit stops, kind of had some strategy. I think all around it was a good solid night.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it was really clean.
Yeah.
But I think we're about at the point where that's not going to happen. But this is something I really wanted to point out. Chris Wright was the show last night. He was putting on some passes here, and this is where it kind of went wrong. I think right at this point is when Chris Wright started to turn into the evil Chris Wright and trying to make passes. Before we get into that point there, last week we had Johnny Thomas for his first victory of the season join us. Tonight, we're going to have another driver joining us here. We're going to have tonight's victor. That's going to be Jesse Racimus, and he's going to be able to help us recap and relive this action from Daytona. Let's pull him up. Hey, Jesse, you got us?
Yeah, I got you. What's up, guys?
Hey,
going on?
glad to have you. So we're just in the middle of things. Well, in the middle. We're already lap 72, but we're just into the point where everything's starting to shape up. Some key players being made, but we wanted to go ahead and have you on here, especially whenever we get there. And we like your opinion on some of this as well. So Chris Wright, this is right when Chris Wright and Matthew Weeks, and I was notating that drivers could kind of tandem just a little bit, but it didn't work out for very long once you tandem, did it?
Yeah, so the tandem actually works if you have guys that are committed to it. I mean, Ethan can attest to that in the Daytona 500. Once I got locked on his rear end, we were like 10 mile an hour faster than everyone else in the field, and we were able to pull away. But yeah, you just have to be committed, and you got to stay right on the guy. You can't let up at all.
No, and we're about to see that right here as Chris Wright and Matthew Weeks get out to lead, and this is when they broke up. Now, Ethan, I think you created a monster right here.
I was kind of mean to Chris here, I will admit.
You created a monster because at this point, then Chris didn't give any cares.
Yeah.
You split him, and look what you did to the man. You sent him from first place. He went all the way back to 23rd. in half a lap.
I was feeling myself, man. I saw the opportunity. I jumped on it. Sorry, Chris. I had to go. I had places to go. Uh-oh.
Well, then this wreck happened here. This was a case of netcode to the utmost extreme.
Yeah,
this is where
I got involved in this one.
Yeah, this is with Robin. Look how bad
I saw
netcode was.
Most of the times I saw Robin.
That was terrible.
His car was grinding on the fence and flying in the air all night, so I'm not surprised.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't help that, the guy that is right next to the guy with really bad netcode is the guy from England.
Yeah. That doesn't help the connection difference at all.
One guy is in the middle of the potato field of Robin, and the other guy is got the Union flag on his car. It's a recipe for disaster, as that causes the 8 to go around here. And this was some hard hits. Our pole sitter got involved in this point.
Oh, did Chad get by? Nope.
No, Chad did not get by. Hard hit for Chad and the 26 there. Yeah, there's yours.
Yep.
There's Racimus there, right there, getting involved. You got lucky that they didn't stay up there.
Yeah, I ended up with, I think it was like a minute 45 of damage.
Oh, wow.
Wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be. I thought I was pretty much done for the night, so I kind of lucked out there.
Well, let's take a look on board with David Tooker here, as he's going to have a really good shot.
I saw this.
Look at the steering wheel. Whoop, 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 whoop.
Yeah,
that was impressive.
Not many guys are driving out of that. Especially this car. It tries to hook up and just go one way.
It will usually hook you right into the wall.
Yeah.
And then we're back green, and this was bad netcode. I don't know what you would call this. I don't even know if I would I don't know what you would call this of netcode, or if Ethan Stanley was in purgatory.
Well, what was weird is from my view, I don't see him blink at all. He just all of a sudden starts sucking inside of my car, and then all of a sudden he's spinning. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, we'll get a better view of that here, but this could have been massive. There was hardly anyone involved in this.
Oh, who is that? Oh, he got
that's
35.
McIntosh. Yeah, that was Ty McIntosh getting into the wall pretty hard there with Scott Crump.
He almost pulled a Kyle Busch save right there.
Yeah, Scott Crump made sure of that. So we're gonna get another shot here. We wanted just one more shot of Ty McIntosh blasting the outside wall.
Oh man! Oh, there's the overcorrect right there. Oh,
yeah.
Poor Crump. Thought he was through it.
So here's on board with Goody. This was incredible. This kind of shows you, like, he had a good view of all this. He did a really good job checking up.
Wow. Yeah, I don't know.
I think that's what helped it not making it. Yeah, I think Goody was what helped make it bigger. But right here, they're gonna pause it and showcase this a little bit better. Look how much you both. He's in you, and David Tooker's inside him by that much. That was. Look at that.
Wow.
He's at his tires.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and then watch what happens with Ethan Stanley. This also is what kept it from being big. People were just going through his car, and it didn't involve anybody else. I think Chris Wright goes through it, didn't get involved in it. That was the inside of his car. There was 3 cars inside of it.
There's
All
Chris.
right, so this is the next thing. You put Chris Wright on that outside lane, Ethan. So if anybody's going to complain about Chris Wright driving on that outside lane, it'd probably be because of you. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I don't know. We'd sit there on the top, kind of tracking down, side drafted, and all of a sudden Chris was filling the gap. I mean, good on him, you know. He was flying
Yeah.
doing that.
So he was able to get around the 4. And I called that the trash shoot all night, that in middle lane. How bad was that middle lane, guys?
Yeah.
It wasn't good at all.
It was, unless you built up a run and had 5 guys going with you, there was nothing. The side draft, the air is so bad.
I felt like it kind of relied on if there was checkups happening. That's the only time you could really make the middle lane work. If you didn't, even if you had help, you really couldn't make it work even then. And Chris Wright knew that.
Yeah, the guy that was on the tail of the middle line, if you didn't, like Ethan said, if you didn't have 5 guys nose to tail, the guy that was on the end of that, he just got sucked back. I mean, you couldn't keep up at all.
Yeah, so Chris Wright knew that, and he was using that perfectly. He would just sucker someone. He'd get to the outside. Everyone would stick to the outside. Were so concerned about making sure not to be in that middle line that they had to go with Chris every time he made the move.
Yep.
And RC Anderson gets caught now, and he was just picking them off one by one. He would do that, get one guy. The next lap by, he'd get another guy. Next lap, he'd get another guy. And
I don't
then
even see the winning car right now, and we're at 11 to go.
I know. Well, I Tucker made sure that there was a reason why Racimus had a very good shot up there. But here, Chris Wright once again going past Matthew Weeks. And then you guys decide, you see Chris Wright doing that up there. Why would you jump up in front of him? He's going to do it to you.
Yeah, he got me. I should have covered the top better. He caught me sleeping.
Yeah.
Good move.
So now we're about to get one more big wreck. And Racimus, you got really lucky here as well, didn't you? Because that was right there. Oh my gosh.
So I actually ended up with a 0x contact from RC.
You guys hit.
Yeah, it kicked my car a little bit sideways, but it was manageable.
So there was a little bit of a checkup on the bottom lane. Both of you guys missed this somehow. RC, oh boy.
Oh man.
You almost got hooked into that. That would have been game over. Another shot here, kind of showcasing it. It was just a big checkup that kind of started this one.
Yep. It's not enough time for everyone to react.
No, not enough at all there. But yeah, around goes a few of these guys here.
Oh.
We're not done. This sets up the first screen white checkered though. So you guys both get through this, but we got one big one left to go through. Oh, I forgot to notate this. You were saying someone was very angry at Andrew Rucker, Ethan. That would be Seth Rawls. Okay. Seth Rawls was points-wise coming into the race. After this contact with like 5 laps to go with Andrew Rucker, he was knocked out of the race.
Oh, man.
And this did not cause a caution. I do not know how. But Andrew Rucker hits the wall, comes back down into Seth. And around goes Seth Rawls here. And hard into the outside wall. This didn't cause a caution.
Dang.
I'm surprised.
I don't know. I don't understand that. But that would be why Seth Rawls is probably going to start hanging a throttle on Andrew Rucker.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, so it kind of skips right to this. But so this is where it gets bad. This was the biggest wreck of the night.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my goodness. You both go down low, and that was really the only way to get by that.
Yeah.
There was so many cars that were like flashing in and out. I had no idea what was going on. I just see Ethan's bumper going down.
There's a lot of net coding. Yeah, so what was Andrew Rucker doing? Or not Andrew Rucker, but Tucker doing?
Yeah. I mean, he's going for a side draft. For whatever reason, he felt like...
Why? You have the outside lane. It's been the dominant.
Yeah. You gotta... I don't think you need to side draft.
It wasn't the last lap. It wasn't like they're coming to the checker. I mean, it wasn't like he slowly went down there. He dove it down there.
Yeah.
And then just massive hits. I felt really bad for Goody right there. He was having a really good night.
Oh, yeah.
Do Good was having a really good night.
We did. We ran good.
Hey, look, there's Racimus. I think you being back that far allowed you to be able to see it all and kind of place your car in the right spot.
Yeah, so like a lap before this, things are getting a little too crazy. So I'm like, I'll just hang back like a half a length so I don't lose the draft.
coming to the white flag. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. You were in 16th position coming to the white flag.
Yep.
What? How things changed once that contact being made? Because I'm pretty sure at that point you were not thinking of a win.
No, 100% not. I was just hoping to finish.
Oh, look at Hanshaw.
Oh, and
Seas parted.
yeah, parted for him. Here's another shot. This is with Goody. Really felt bad for him running in the top 10. Nowhere to go. I mean, oh boy. Hit inside of a car. Links out, skipping around, hits Dusty, hits. He got hit by like 6, 7 people.
That's funny because on my screen I saw all that, but I saw him off the track, flying.
No, he was just ping-ponging around there. He got hit everywhere. Yeah, so hard wrecking here. So we're going to go back now. We go back green, our second green-white checkered. Here they come back around. Essentially just took the start and immediately a caution again. And Robert Hill, he hit hard last week at the Rock. He broke his neck on this one.
Oh my goodness.
I know you're wearing your Dylan Hurt Senior, but
Yeah.
this kind of reminds me a little bit of that.
Yeah.
Because he gets hooked and then, I mean, oh my gosh.
Yeah. Yeah, that's when you're glad it's not a real race car.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so that hurt. Well, we're gonna get one.
That probably hurt him in real life.
It probably hurt his hands if he has any kind of force feedback on it. This is on board with him. This is a good shot. Just kind of bam.
Oh.
Nothing you can do.
Yeah.
Again, he's got coffee beans on the car. I mean, he's grounded him at this point.
There's coffee beans all over the track now.
So I wanted to showcase this. This is the final restart. This is the race till the end. Racimus, you're back in 10th on this restart. I did not know on the final restart you were all the way back in 10th position. That's incredible.
And I had a terrible restart on top of it too.
Yeah, not great. Well, maybe it helped you get a run here, but you had some good cars in front of you. You had 2 do-good cars that I thought were going to work pretty well together, trying to get up there to the front. And yeah, you let a couple cars get in. I'm really surprised with that restart.
Yeah, Canado got in front of me, and I messaged Ethan right before this, and he said him and Dusty were going to work together, and I thought we were going high, and then all of a sudden they go low, and I'm like, okay, well, let's see what happens. And I seen the hole coming up here in a minute, and I had to take it. In the process, I actually hit Canado too, so I kind of felt a little bit bad about that because I got him a little squirrely. But yeah,
well, Ethan, do you think you made the move too early to go down below?
I don't know. I wanted to be leading the bottom. I wanted to shuffle past Stanley because his car was pretty beat up, so I just went for it. I knew I had Dusty behind me, so I don't think so. I think if I wait longer, someone else does it.
I'm still at this point not believing the inside lane's going to work out, and you guys tandem here, and that's what really brought that inside lane up. And that's now it's a race side by side. It's a battle. It's going to come down to either the inside lane or the outside lane, essentially, right?
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Jesse had 8 wheels right here.
Yeah.
Give us a count here. Tell us exactly what's going on here.
So I'm looking out my passenger side at this point, and I see Trey actually starting to pull ahead, and then I'm like, wait a minute, what's going on? And so I actually didn't believe it. I waited like 5 seconds looking at the scoreboard before I actually said, oh shit, oh sorry, oh crap, it actually happened. But yeah, I mean,
all I saw was a matte black and a green spoiler, and my foot all the way down.
I'm sure that dash was lighting up a little red too. I mean,
oh yeah, it was hot.
Yeah.
It was definitely hot. I wasn't lifting.
Yeah.
Up.
Here's another replay of it here. You guys, if Matthew Weeks doesn't go high, I don't look how far out Trey Holmes is. I mean, almost a car length. He was almost clear of that bottom lane.
Even if he
And-
waited a little bit longer, I still don't know if we would have been able to get there.
It comes down to a close one. You even got around Trey Holmes. Trey Holmes lost all momentum here. With the
Yeah.
car to his outside, took all the draft away. I think Matthew Weeks would have even won it if he would have waited just a little bit.
Yeah.
I think he made the move just a little bit too early, and then there you guys go, rocketing, pushing right by and through to the checker flag, and that allows Racimus here to get his very first win in Elite, and just so happens to get himself locked in to the playoffs. What an incredible way to do it, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, that's 100% incredible way to do it. I mean, I feel bad for Trey. He ran good all season and had a lot better luck than I did. But I mean, hey, when the cards fall the right way, they fall the right way, I guess.
Yeah, poor Trey. Unfortunately, a good friend of his, Matthew Weeks, killed his playoff chances. It was so close. There was a lot of factors into it because a lot of people, even I, until I did some research right after the finish to be able to call it in the broadcast, but even I thought, well, I'm sure Trey Holmes is in on points. He was right there. He was so close. He missed out on. He missed out by that much just due to the fact that another driver that had a win was able to get in front of him in the standings there. And unfortunately, he was the next guy out with an elimination due to a new victor. So, yeah, just circumstances. But overall, I mean, that's what got Jesse Racimas a shot at going for a championship here.
Yeah, we'll see how it works out. Not too fond of the first race of playoffs, but hey, it is what it is. I'll figure something out.
No better time for the luck to turn around, man.
Yeah, right.
Absolutely. Well, we'll showcase the results here and some of the really interesting facts before we let you go, Jesse, and kind of showcase kind of what this race looked at statistically wise. And that's going to be this right here. Jesse, you were able to get it. They messed up the points. I really wish I would have picked you because for some reason they put you down for 86 points for that night. And that would have really helped with me getting back up to Ethan in the standings there. I don't know how you scored 86 points, but that's what sim racing has. So congratulations on scoring the most points ever.
Yeah, so I think that has something to do with how far back I was and Chad needing to bump me up into the top 14.
I would have counted it if I would have picked you. I would have counted it. I would have been like, hey, you know what? That's what sim racing has. I have to go by that. And I would have taken that 86 points from you. Ryan Gable there got 50 points. I know it had to be done for like points wise to get you guys on Sim Hub to be able to get it, but I wish I would have known that because I would have absolutely cheesed it. But yeah, you led one lap.
One lap. Yep. Final one that mattered.
Man, my average running was 7th, and I didn't even lead a single lap, man.
You didn't lead a single lap.
Bums me out.
I just actually looked at my average position, 21.6.
Wow.
I just stayed in the back most of the night.
Well, another interesting fact, Tyler Fody, I guess qualifying does matter because you didn't leave it a single lap. When's the last time Tyler Fody hasn't led a lap at a super speedway?
Right.
I don't think ever.
The tables turned. He didn't get to start out front, stay out front. It was just a
he didn't get that track position. Tyler Fody's just a hack, at those super speedways. So what can I say? But more interesting facts. Matthew Weeks, I mean, he had to do what he had to do to get that regular season champion, and he came out strong. I mean, he was going for back-to-back Daytona wins, which would have been pretty impressive. Yeah, almost got it. Led 28 laps out of 100. That's quite a bit for how easy it was to make passes and how easy it was to get up to the, to get a push to the lead there.
Yeah.
So most passes, Garrison Hogan, 117. Holy cow!
That's a lot of passes.
That's over one a lap. So I mean, he was making. He was not sitting around back there. Your average position was 21st, Jesse.
Yeah, I was just looking at that though. I did have 90 passes though, so I guess that's.
You had 90 passes, but yeah, average running position 21st. That's pretty high. That's pretty high. Another interesting fact of the race: we only had one guy with a 0x. That was Trey Holmes.
Wow.
everybody was involved in at least a one crash, except for Trey Holmes. Everybody involved in hitting something, except for Trey Holmes. That's a lot.
Crazy.
That's a little crazy. Yeah, so yeah, that's gonna definitely bump up the incident count for everybody. 110 laps. So it wasn't 100 laps. It was 110 laps. We had 10 extra laps for the green white checkered, and I think another interesting fact: top 15 guys finished within 1 second of the lead. Usually, it's a big wreck at the end, and it's like two guys running it out to the checkered. We didn't have that at the very end.
Yeah,
so that was impressive. Give her a round of applause to that. We didn't wreck it there.
Yeah, that's big.
Any final words, Jesse, before we let you go?
Yeah, I mean, just thanks to everyone. I mean, Ethan especially. If it wasn't for his push, there was no way that would have happened last night. So, yeah, I just enjoy running here. I mean, everybody here is awesome. I love just every bit of it, and it's kind of why I keep sticking around. So, hopefully see you all next week and for the next couple of years coming forward.
Yeah, now all you got to do is just got to keep moving forward. You got to keep going through the elimination rounds. That's all you got to do. Think of it as 3 races, and you just got to go about trying to finish. I won a championship, and I was never the fastest guy. I just made sure I was around, and that's how you do it. You just don't put yourself in a bad position and just try to go after those top 10s, and you let everybody else ruin their chances. That's how you do it.
That's my goal every race, but it never seems to happen. So.
Well, I think your average finish is like 24th so far this season. You have one top 10, and that's your win at Daytona. So, gonna need to get some top 10s, buddy. You're gonna have to start cracking it down there.
I mean, Chicagoland after Road America is a pretty decent track for me, and I didn't look at the full schedule yet, but I just looked at the first 2 races. So I was actually going to practice Road America tonight and try to get a little better grip on it than I currently have. So we'll see what happens.
What's funny, Ethan, is Jesse and I in the trucks and the Xfinity, we always seem to be like right next to each other somewhere on the racetrack or in the points and everything. If you need to focus on this Cup Championship, you might want to like cut down on some truck races and let me get back in front of you in the truck points. And
we're gonna have a battle with Chase. That's where the issue is gonna come in. So
yeah, I felt bad because you got taken out for the Monday night race. You got eliminated. You were the Trey Holmes of Monday.
Yep.
And then on Wednesday you were the hero again.
Yeah, like I said, Monday no hard feelings there. I mean, we were trying to.
I didn't do anything to you, so I don't know.
Well, before the race, you just said, Jesse, you need to finish bad. So get out in the first couple laps.
That was before Tate Lytle took himself out of the chase there.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, you're fine now.
Yeah, and then unfortunately it ended up happening. But like I said, I can't fault Johnny. There was an incident right in front of us. We were both trying to go low, and there just wasn't enough room for both of us to get through. So, I mean, it happens, unfortunately, but it's part of it.
Well, congratulations on that win. We're gonna stick. You can keep watching. We got a motto for you, as well as all the other drivers that are going to be running for this championship. But good job for getting that win. The first one's the hardest. Now you just got to go out there and try to continue on with that championship run.
Yep, I appreciate you having me on. Thanks again, Ethan. I mean, like I said, if it wasn't for you pushing, there was no way that would happen. So
heck yeah, man. Yeah, it was awesome.
Yep.
That was Jesse Racimus there, able to get that win there. That was awesome from him. So again, congratulations to Jesse Racimus there, getting that led one lap. That's incredible.
We love a good underdog story, man. It's good to have.
Absolutely. Let's go ahead and take a look at, before we start looking at the driver mottos, let's go ahead and look at our standings, because you just can't lose, can you, Ethan? You just can't lose. You just keep on keeping on, and it's truly upsetting.
I had another win, too, until the tri-oval there.
Yeah. Oh, boo-hoo. Boo-hoo.
I should have sold a little bit and lifted.
Yeah, if you would have lifted Trey, your pick Trey Holmes would have won. You kind of screwed yourself over on another victory Oh man, that
Dude.
would hurt your chances of getting this championship in this point system. I picked Tyler Fody. I'm a curse. I gotta be a curse. I have not picked a winner, and every time I pick someone, they had the worst race of their life. Scott Crump was last week. I picked Tyler Fody, and the man didn't even lead a lap at Daytona. Tyler Fody leads half the races at Daytona. He didn't even lead a lap. What in the world am I going to have to do?
He even waited too long in qual, so he didn't finish the second lap. Just for you, Jared.
Oh man, I don't know what to say. Whoever I pick for Road American next week is gonna have a bad finish. I'm sorry. Yep. Dustin Dewar was Michael Goodman's pick. That was he got more points than me. Dustin Dewar has finished in front of Tyler Fody one time this year, and that was when Michael Goodman picked him over me. Oh my God. Matthew Weeks got a really good finish for Jeff Green. Everyone had great finishes, except for Johnny picked Vincent Isabella, who didn't show up.
Oh man.
So that stinks for him. And the Marbles picked Harry, which I tried. The text response to Chad was, "Hey, the Marbles said Harry has to race." Chad's response was, "No." I was like, "Are you sure?" He says, "It's not going to happen." Oh. So that was the response. I tried.
We tried, Harry. We tried.
Yeah. So it is what it is. But that's the points that were scored. Let's go ahead and look at the standings. Wow, you missed out on 400 if you didn't do that.
Should have lifted, man.
If you didn't let Trey Holmes win, man, you would have been over 400. Wow, man, that stinks. 399. I'm at 294.
You're closing
Jeff Green right on my heel. I'm close because he didn't score a point. I'm gonna need you not to show up for like 3 picks for me to catch up to you. But yeah. Oh well. The Marbles still really far back there. Goodman's catching. He's right there. Goody's keeping you honest.
He is.
Yeah, Goody's
nervous.
Harry has not done AA meetings. He has not done AA meetings.
Weeks brings up a decent point. Kind of equal treatment.
Kick both of them out. I don't think anybody's going to cry over Rucker getting kicked out. Kick Rucker out. I don't care.
Chad might. I think Chad has a soft spot for Rucker.
I don't know what kind of soft spot it is or where it's at, but I don't want to know why he keeps him around. But it's somewhere, and I don't want to know. Let's go ahead and take a look at who we picked for Road America. Again, if I picked you, I'm sorry. That person was David Tucker.
Oh
God!
He might deserve it.
I have done really bad so far picking everybody, and they had the worst race ever. You're gonna win, right?
He might deserve it a little bit after the Daytona thing.
He won the last road course, so that was that's
a good pick, man. And
it's a good pick.
Time. He's clutch. He's got 2 Xfinity championships and he had a Cup championship until internet.
No one picked Ryan Gable, who won a road course this week or this year, which was strange.
True. That's a good point.
You picked Tyler Fody. Why?
Tyler Fody's
he's good, but
he's slept on, man. I'm telling you.
He slept on what?
I don't know.
Sorry, Tucker.
5th instead of 1st, He
Yeah.
can get up there and win. We'll see. Tucker and Stanley rough each other up. All of a sudden, Fody's in the picture.
Goody picked you. Is there something I should know? Are you gonna sack your chances in the playoffs so that way Goody doesn't get you in the podcast picks?
That's a good point. I don't know. I might.
Oh man, if it comes down to it, and you don't have, if it comes down to it, and Goody's ahead of you by 1 point in the final championship, and you're out of the championship. We'll say that you're out of the championship. Do you just lose a couple spots and go, oh man?
I might put a wheel over the curb or something.
Yeah, I don't know. There's something weird about Goody picking the guy he has to beat in the standings for the race win. So that's a little weird. But it is what it is. Next thing we've got going on here, let's go ahead and do this part. I want to do this part because we got a lot of the championship guys in the chat down here. Yeah, I wanted to take a look. These are the mottos. We've got 14 drivers, and I kind of showcase. We're going to keep up to date with this and everything. The drivers, the teams, the manufacturers, how far out of the points, where they're at. We're going to keep an eye on the points because it's championship. Obviously, this is going for it. Now that we're into the final four, we're going to go about focusing on these 14 drivers. We're going to do the first 7. The guys on top of the standings. Then we'll do the final 7. And let's go ahead and take a look at these drivers. These are the ones going for a championship. Up top, Matthew Weeks for Pro Edge, driving for Toyota. We have 3 Pro Edge in the championship format. We have, I think, 5 Toyotas. A lot of Toyotas. More Toyotas than I would have expected. Yeah. I went with first in the regular season. First is where I'll stay. I think that's a good motto for Matthew. I like that one.
You got the 11 in there with the 2 1s. I like it.
Yeah. Fodes was don't forget I'm the champ, 0 challenge.
That's perfect.
Yeah, I think that fits Fode. He doesn't care. No, that's for another driver further down. I made these. Oh, well, I'll showcase that. I made these, Matthew. Yours was, I'll let you say it.
New team, new champ, all do good.
I like that one.
I like
Hooker's is disconnection. Won't save them now. I really hope he doesn't have another disconnection. Oh my God, if he has a disconnection at Road America.
It's all on you.
Oh my God, it's going to be on me. Oh no. Oh no. Please, I said that. Don't have a disconnection at Road America when I pick you. Ethan Stanley's, I liked his. I turned right for the road course because I left them in the dust.
That's good.
Garrison Hogan, some of these were better than others. I saved my tires for the championship burnout. He's a good tire saver.
He's probably, arguably, the best tire saver.
I would say he's the best tire saver right now in Elite.
Yeah, I think I'd agree with you.
Nick Indelicato. I feel bad for making this one. The championship is in the bag for Indelicato.
That's a dad joke right there.
That one's pretty bad. Okay. Well, if you don't want to use that one, Nick, I would really understand that one because that one's not great. Let's go ahead and take a look at the next. Well, let's look at this. Pro Edge, Lake Norman, do good. The only do good. Another Pro Edge up there, Lake Norman. There's 4 Lake Normans. Team KTT, and then Shift Esports. Those are two teams with their only one driver in the chase. And then here's the next group: Little Eagle, Mountain Man, Fueled Up. A lot of single drivers for single teams,
yeah,
or multiple teams. So a lot of teams in this. It's really good. Let's see, what's the next one?
No affiliations. Independent.
No affiliations. He's an independent. So he's got no backing. He says so himself. Let's start with the top. Scott Crump. You think I'm loud. You forget it echoes from on top. I think some would say he's the loudest guy in Elite.
If he's depending on how he's feeling at the time, yeah. Be pretty
he is. Chad Frankenfield was My House, My Championship, which is, I mean, he's not going to win it, but
yeah, he's having a hard time figuring that one out.
I think my favorite was Johnny Thomas's. I brought BellyUp just to take them down.
Nice. I
like that one. Jonathan Cutlip, Speak Softly, Carry Big Stick. I don't know.
I think he is the most soft-spoken guy in Elite.
Yeah, he is the softest spoken guy. I think he's like the nicest guy. So carry big stick. Ryan Gable, them 0, Gable 1. I don't know. I went with something.
0-1, yeah.
0-1. Tate Lytle, Badman Tate, Fastman Lytle.
That's good.
I think that goes for his season so far. And Jesse's, I didn't really have a lot to go on, but I went with how his last race went. all it takes is one good lap to change the picture. So I mean, that last lap, it changed everything on the outcome. It could happen again.
You know who?
Yes,
His win last night reminded me of? Reminded me of Mr. Gerald Campbell. Didn't you? You had a walk-off win a couple seasons ago, didn't you? Make the playoffs.
That's what won me the championship,
Yeah.
and winning at Talladega to get me into the championship 4 is what really helped. But yeah, I'm not a nerd goodie. These are good, aren't they, Ethan? I thought
these are how we can tell that you're a dad. I think that's.
Oh, come on now. Some of these are okay. I know some of them are pretty bad, like the Nick and Alicata one. I really do not feel good about.
Yeah.
But I like Johnny's. I thought Johnny's was pretty good.
Johnny's was solid.
Hey, if you think that you can do better, do your own. Let me see what you got and put it in the comments section.
Yeah, drop
All
it
right.
in the comments.
You've got 30 more minutes left of this broadcast to put your favorite driver's quote onto it. Can you win the title? Robert, oh man, how should I tell you?
I tell you what, Robert, I bet you got some good Chad quotes in the bag here. I want to see them.
Some Chad quotes, maybe some like Chad. These are mantras, man. These are supposed to be what you say, like when you throw down the mic or something. Oh, okay, thanks, Goody. Well, I'm sorry. I'll post these so you guys can make fun of it later. I'll post it onto the BellyUp Gaming Twitter page, so everyone can go on there and make fun of me some more. I'll give you time to come up with some stuff and be able to post it there if you want to. Yours aren't G-rated for Chad. Well, I can understand that one. I can understand that one. All right, we're gonna go to a commercial break. When we get back, we're gonna take a look at Josh Adams going around the gauntlet. He's our next competitor, our 12th competitor of the gauntlet. We'll see how the notorious, not very good road course racer, in his words, does around the gauntlet. And he is the series or the podcast sponsored car. We took this long to bring him in, but we're going to see where he's able to stack up compared to the rest of the drivers that were able to compete. Right back after this message.
Righteous Felon Craft Jerky is the official jerky of BellyUp Sports. For over a decade, Righteous Felon Craft Jerky has led the American meat snack revolution by concocting delicious, adventurous, U.S.-sourced jerky recipes for uncompromising carnivores across the country. With 15 different flavors to choose from, Righteous Felon has all jerky lovers covered, and by using promo code BellyUp, you will get 15% off your purchase at RighteousFelon.com. Do your taste buds a favor today and rip into a bag of Righteous Felon jerky.
Hey guys, this is Hector from the Insert Name FC podcast here to tell you guys about Canada Dips. It is a great tasting, superior alternative to traditional dip using CBD in a way that is radical, enjoyable, and effective. It comes in 5 core flavors: wintergreen, mint, citrus, mango, and American spice. Canada Dip CBD is the new evolution in dip, allowing guys to enjoy great, long-lasting taste without the downsides. If you guys want to go ahead and try them out, use the code BellyUp20 at CanadipCBD.com. Once again, BellyUp20 at CanadipCBD.com, and you'll get yourself 20% off your purchase. Thank you again for Canadips for being a great partner of BellyUp Sports.
Us today to take on the gauntlet. It's Josh Adams, driver of the #1 for BellyUp Sports Cup Series and the sponsored driver for the Simply Racing Show. Well, Josh, if you're ready, so are we. Let's go ahead and see how you're able to get done here at the gauntlet. That means you can go. There you go. Alrighty, we'll see how you're able to do the first couple turns. That's usually an indication to see how good the driver's going to be at the track here, but we'll see how you're able to get around. All right.
It's already vet.
Yeah, good start. That's what we like to see. Exactly what we like to see. Well, sorry it took so long to get you on the gauntlet. We had to show that there was no favoritism even for the sponsored driver of the podcast here. But go ahead and tell everyone at home how you got started into sim racing, because it's a family affair for you. You and your brother got involved in sim racing. So give everyone an idea what got you involved in simming into the Elite Series.
Oh yeah, I mean, if we want to go that far back, me and Jake, we've been racing with each other since like NASCAR Racing '98 or something, playing that far back, and we always got like our competitiveness basically just from each other. Like I want to beat him whenever we're racing, he wants to beat me. A lot of times we'll do some beating and banging. One of us might get the short end of the stick, but we started on the console obviously, and then around 2015 we both got on iRacing. We shared a rig for a while, so like we would just kind of trade off one race and whatever, and then shortly after, I think I got involved in Elite first, and the schedules just lined up to where like I raced in that for a while, and then he came in. But I ran a bunch of leagues before I got into Elite, but then Elite's just been kind of the mainstay for me, and the best one I've basically ever been in on iRacing, so really enjoyed it. There's been a lot of times where me and Jake will go to like...
My mic wasn't working. You're good. Sorry about that. No, that's exactly what we like to hear, Adam, is the drivers getting involved with the Elite Series and staying with it here. But you're 39th in your points right now in the Cup Series. Not great. Your average finishing is 25th, so really not great. But not the season you wanted. What's making it so rough this year for you?
Well, I gotta... it didn't start off very well. Like I missed the Daytona 500. Obviously, I wanted to make that one. I had the time to make it, and I made, I think, the first few races maybe. And then, just like every other season, my work schedule just kind of... I told them I wanted Wednesdays either off, or I wanted the evenings, and they're like, okay, it sounds good. We can do that for you. And then a few weeks went by, and I didn't have my Wednesday evenings anymore, so I've been working. So any of the races I've missed, I've basically been at work, and the ones that I've been to, I've just tried to get in whenever I can. So I've definitely missed more races than I would like, but can't really control that.
Well, let's take a look back in time. Last lap at Phoenix with a championship all but in hand. Almost a second lead over Fody, the closest concern to you. And one turn left to make. Relive that lap and tell us what happened from your seat.
Yeah, so it was, if I remember correctly, like, me and him, we were battling for, like, a mid-pack position, and Joker actually probably had that in hand for a long time, and, you know, he had some technical difficulties, and that opened it up for me and Fody, and we were racing mid-pack there, and then it got to the end, and, you know, most people would probably think that Fody would have the advantage on me, but, you know, back in the day, I used to have some pretty good speed, and I had the advantage on him. We got to the last corner, like you said, I had probably 6 or 7 car lengths on him or something like that, and I thought I was safe. I'd go down into turn 3 and just run a normal corner because I didn't think I had to do much defense, and then all of a sudden my left rear is getting turned and he's inside of me, and I know after the race everybody was saying, oh, he might have gotten penalized, you should have just, you know, stayed in it, let him do it, and they changed it over for you. And I'm like, well, that wasn't going through my head at the time when I'm getting wrecked for the championship, so I wanted to make sure that my car fishtailed back into him and took him out, and then you came around, you know, I think almost a full lap down, and you liked that day pretty well, didn't you?
Oh yeah, it was really nice for me. Well, you know, it was the hit that was heard around the sim world, as they say. I mean, it was something that it's going to be remembered for always, and you're just the bad end of the deal. I'm the good end of the deal, so I appreciate that part. Let's go ahead and see this other part we got here. Well-known super speedway driver you are, not much into the road racing side of things, as you would probably say to most. What would oh my gosh, as I say that, what would it take to get you back into championship form?
Well, one, I need to be able to make, you know, more races. Yeah, this turn, and probably I'd say 90-95% of the races, just not you know, enough to stay in the points, you know. Showing up every week, I need to qualify better. Qualifying's been my Achilles heel for a while now. Like these races, some of them are shorter than others. You qualify mid-pack or in the back or something because you screw up and you're already behind the 8-ball. And I think Chad may tell you that we're running green a lot more than we used to, but when we start getting caution-filled races and you can't go anywhere because we can't run green, like it really hurts you when you start in the back because you're usually one of the ones that ends up in one of those wrecks. So that's my biggest thing right now is qualifying better.
I get it. Well, you're both like you were just saying, both a driver and off-track official for Elite. Elite's full of characters, and obviously there's some people that are great to deal with, some that are not. Tell me, is a person in your mind that's great to deal with on track, but's horrible to deal with off track? Just give me a name.
Chris Wright.
Chris Wright's the one you don't want to deal with off track, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Describe this to me. If Chad was to house his off-track officials, what kind of house would it be?
So like college football, like the Heisman house. You've got all these different personalities.
You just stuff us all in a house together?
They just stuff us all in a house, and there's going to be somebody like the Tim Tebow that is just correct, and that's probably Mark Murphy, and then we're probably all just the mascots.
So he would go whatever the cheapest method is and just stick you all in the same house together, huh?
Yeah, we'd all end up in mascot costumes, and Mark would be trying to hold us in line, and then he probably wouldn't be able to do it.
Well, let's go to the quick questions here. I want you to answer these quickly here and give me your fastest answer to these. They're supposed to be quick motion, but right off the top of your head here. If you were to take a new career, either as a clown or a mime, which would you pick?
Probably a mime.
A mime? All right.
I think it'd be pretty fun.
Yeah, that your new career choice, maybe?
Not as scary.
How many trash cans do you have in your house?
I think I've got about 2.
2?
Kitchen and maybe 3. Kitchen and a couple of bathrooms.
That's it? Oh
maybe.
My gosh!
I don't keep count of that kind of stuff.
You don't keep trash cans, huh? Okay, yeah, I guess so. Okay,
I got trash bags.
Trash bags just laying around. All right, if you built a fort, you drive a Ford, and you fill out a form, what do you eat your soup with?
A fork?
Not with a spoon? You eat your soup with a fork?
I think somebody that drives a Ford would probably eat with a fork.
Okay, I don't eat my soup with a fork.
See, I've already you confused.
No, I'm not confused. I heard what you said. Who's the next person to get a tally the next time you off track?
Probably Thomas Coonan.
Thomas Coonan?
Yeah, I think I've tallied him every single race.
It's almost a given. It's going down,
yeah.
huh?
Yeah, probably.
Thomas Coonan. All right. Best food that's leftovers.
Pizza.
Pizza's the best food that's a leftover?
Yeah, because it's good hot, and it's sometimes even better cold.
Oh, I know. I don't like cold pizza. That's just me. If you were a vegetable, how would you convince someone to eat you?
I'd probably just not be green.
That's how you would convince somebody?
Probably. I think most people are scared by the greens.
So what color would you be? What color vegetable?
Orange. Carrot.
Okay, that's like only one vegetable, orange. Okay. All right. Would you rather help a no-arm man use the urinal? I can't say the word. Urinal, or would you rather help a no-legged man use the urinal?
No-legged.
Oh, you rather carry him to the urinal?
I think so.
All right.
You don't have to participate in the goings-on at the urinal. You can just kind of let him do his thing.
You're pretty much participating because you're having to lift him up while he's doing. Okay, whatever. Last question here. What would you have done? Yeah, what would you have done with that $6 that I got from Fody turning you?
Might have bought a new monitor or something.
I went to a new Xbox, so That's something that you can be happy about. Well, I'm gonna let you do burnout celebrations here. You can do your celebrations now that you've been able to complete a lap at the gauntlet. You were able to get it done. Go ahead and give us your thank yous and shout outs here to all those that make this happen for you.
Yeah, well, first and foremost, we just, we give him a lot of shit, but we thank Chad. If without him, none of us would do this. So, he's the biggest one. And then, obviously, you and the guys that do this podcast, the Simply Racing Show, gave me a sponsor to race, and just all the guys that we race with weekly that make it fun, even though it's not fun sometimes.
There you go. Well, we appreciate you coming out to do the gauntlet here. You did pretty good time, I believe. We're going to take a look here and see what kind of time you were able to do. And overall, 12th driver, and we'll see where you shape up here, Adam. Thank you again for joining us here tonight.
All right, thank you.
All righty, we're going to go back up to the booth and see what kind of lap time Josh Adams was able to do. That was Josh Adams' lap around the Nürburgring. I can say urinal. All right, I can say it. I can say it. I couldn't say it at the time. I'm sorry. It was just a bad day, I guess. I can say urinal. I don't know. I would probably. I don't know. I don't want to pick up a guy while he's at the urinal. That was my kind of thought, and I totally got him on the fork thing. He can try to tell me, "Oh no, I meant to say fork." No, I got him on the fork thing.
On you.
He tried to flip it back on me. Didn't you see that?
Yep.
I got him. I got him good on that one. But that was Adam's time at the Nürburgring. Let's go ahead and take a look at his time that he was able to post. He did pretty well for a guy that says he's not good at road course racing. He stayed on there pretty well.
He kept it straight. I think he was, I don't know, parts of it looked like he was taking it easy, but he did not spin around.
No, he didn't mess up too much. Let's go ahead and see what kind of lap time of the 12 drivers where he's going to place in. And 7th. He's right there. Yeah. Bottom half, but at 10:36. I mean, that's not far off. That's a little over 30 seconds behind David Tucker.
He's between the guy that couldn't stop talking and the guy that couldn't talk.
Yeah, that's an interesting point you put there. Yeah. I still think Mark Murphy's still driving around there.
I think Harry's was harder to watch, man.
Harry's was pretty difficult for me to have to do.
That was a lot of brain power.
Trying to get him to say something while driving was like trying to squeeze juice from a carrot.
You should have just had him
just
stop.
What Adams wanted to be.
Should have had him stop and answer the question and then start going again.
I didn't want to make it any longer than it needed to be. All right.
Well, good lap. Good lap by Josh.
Good lap by Josh. Tucker still on top. Dusty still down on the bottom. Still haven't decided who's the next driver for the gauntlet. RC still. I really want to get RC on there before the Indy stuff going on in May and ask some questions. But he still. What happened, Ethan? You were supposed to help me with trying to get him.
Yeah, I'll try to get a hold of him again. I think the last time we tried, it was Coda week, I want to say, and he was busy, but we'll try to hit him up again and see what we could do.
Yeah, we'll see. Maybe we'll get some of the playoff drivers on and everything. Try to get this more stacked. Maybe put some people on there. I'm not putting Ethan Stanley up on there, Scott. He's gonna destroy my gauntlet.
Indelicato might be a fun one.
Nick would be a fun one. I still feel bad for what I did to him with the motto, but maybe that'd be a good way to get him back.
Redeem you a little bit.
Maybe I'll just make Nick Indelicato jokes the entire time he's out there. So tell me how you indicatoing doing or something like that. I'll figure it out.
Does anyone else call him avocado when they're mad at him, or is that just me?
I didn't. You
guys gotta let me know in the comments. If I ever have a problem with Nick on track, I call him avocado. It makes me feel a little bit better.
Oh, Robert says he wants to do it. That'd be an interesting mountain man driver up onto the board there. But I just watched him wreck. He's probably still in the hospital, Robert, after you got into a wreck at the Rock. And, yeah, I know. And the hit you made at Daytona, I'm surprised you even have a computer that has anything on it. I would have jerked everything off mine. In Del Taco. Oh, that's Del Taco. That's a good one. That's a good one, Robert.
If
Oh,
if
no,
Rucker
not
goes, I
Rucker.
wouldn't want to be there. I'd have to be a different co-host that time.
He would just argue with me. He would just argue with me the entire time I'm trying to do an interview. Well, I would have the. He would still be on the first question arguing with me. So I don't know if I'll have Rucker on there, but yeah, that was the Nürburgring. We'll see who's able to get up on there. We got one last thing left to do for this podcast, and that's going to be taking a look at the marbles race. I did try to do a little bit different for this marbles race. We're going to do a little bit of a road course. So we're going to have to, because they go so fast on these turns and everything. I can't do an upper view. So we'll see how it looks. So we'll see if this is people likes this or if I got to go back to just doing small circle track ones. But this one was kind of like a little road course for Road America. Sweet. We're going to see who the marble picks for Road America here.
I'm feeling it. I think the marbles are going to make a good pick this time.
You think so?
I think so.
We'll see. We'll see. Right now,
Harry
out front.
Out there?
Yeah, I put 3 laps down because it is a lot longer. Harry is still out there. I've still got to take him off.
There's lots of runoff here. I like it.
There we go.
Hey, look at all the runoff.
So we have to do this view to be able to see because as you can tell, they just go so fast. Yeah. Wyatt Nadal out front. There's so many things going on. It is hard to watch.
Wyatt
Nadal getting swallowed up. Brent Jones out front. It changes a lot here. Let's see. Now who's out front? Casey Hatch out front. Ryan Gable. We were just talking about him.
This track's going to favor our agents of chaos out here.
Yeah, there's a lot. That was the first lap, so it's a big. It's a lot. It's a lot going on.
I'd say Ryan does pretty good in a crazy race.
Yeah,
and at road courses, he's doing good here.
Yeah, Brent Jones is out there doing really well.
Yeah,
he's getting swallowed up now. RC, I saw RC. He's up into third.
Yeah,
oh, he's dropping back. That would be a really good pickup for the. No one picked Ryan RC for Road America. That's strange.
I think we're all just worried about his attendance. You don't really.
Yeah, that's true. I've missed out on points because of him.
Yeah.
Tyler Fody out front now. Look at that. That was your pick.
Yeah, haven't heard much Fody in these marble races. I feel like
he's had a couple good runs. He's leading on the last lap now. Casey Hatch is going really, really close to him.
This white flag here.
Yeah, this is white flag. Right. This is it. Oh, Casey Hatch is starting to pull out now.
Be Casey's second win.
He did. I think he won the other road. Did he win the other road course?
I think so. Brands Hatch. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, Fody
he finished dead last. Oh, totally. Yeah, Fody. Look at him. I think they're almost getting close to the start finish line. It's hard to tell.
Bad line for Fody.
Oh, Casey Hatch.
He's got it.
Yeah, look at the line he's got. It's perfect.
Oh, no,
he's taking off.
I'm so sorry.
Oh no, yeah. You don't really want to win the marbles race.
Oh, wait.
Oh, Casey got it. Casey got it right in front of Tyler Fody, able to get it. Well, there you go.
Last time, maybe it'll be.
Takes a lot of balls to do this. Oh, who took over the Elite Racing Network? Oh no.
Well, last time Casey won the marbles race, he had a horrific race, right? Maybe it'll be different.
He finished dead last.
Well, yeah.
Oh gosh. So yeah, marbles picked you, Casey. Hopefully, I picked Tooker. He can't do any better. And Casey is the marbles pick. So we'll see how that all plays out for next week. I will not be here. We're going to see if John is going to be able to host the Simply Racing Show podcast. I'm not sure how it's going to work out. I'm going to be out of town, so I actually won't even be broadcasting the race, so I won't even know. So if I absolutely screw up David Tooker's day for Wednesday, I'm not going to be around for him to yell at. I'm taking off.
You're not going to feel bad either, right?
Why would I feel bad?
The Pro Edge mantra, man. You can't feel bad.
Wait. Nothing. Did I have something in the mantra that says something about feeling bad?
No, it's about the Tate thing.
Tate says I don't care.
Oh yeah, I don't care.
Where are you coming from? Don't you know
I'm on Do Good, man. I don't know what's going on around there.
You don't even know what's going on over there at Pro Edge anymore. You run the thing and you don't even know what's going on with your drivers.
Not really, man. Not really.
Tate is on a roll of I don't cares. What is he up to? Is it 3 people now?
It's a few. Yeah.
Goody, myself, and now who was the last person? It was Vincent Isabella
Oh,
of
yeah.
I don't care. Yeah, he's on a roll of the I don't cares, man. He's catching them.
Yep.
He's slapping them down. I can't wait to see how he doesn't care at Road America. If he says that to you,
Oh, I'm shipping him.
okay, good. I was wondering what the ruling was over there at Pro Edge, but yeah, no, that was the podcast. That was episode 12 of the podcast. This was a fun one. I love the motto thing. If you guys can put some good ones and maybe we can switch them up or add some every so often to the mottos or whatever. I thought they were good. I'm sorry. I didn't know people were going to be offended by that stuff. But yeah, no, that was the podcast. I had a lot of fun. What do you think, Ethan? Good show?
Yeah, this was a good, fun show, man. It's good week of racing for Elite. Fun recap. Good gauntlet too. It was all good, man. And everyone's got to make sure to peer pressure Johnny so we can get us a podcast next week.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see if someone can be able to step up and do all the work that I do. It's gonna be hard to find somebody that does as much as I do. No, we appreciate you joining, Ethan. I think this was your 4th episode you've done.
Yeah, 3rd or 4th. Yeah,
3rd or 4th. I think 4th. Is it 4th? It's up
like
there.
that.
You've done a lot so far. Always happy to have you on. Good luck to your playoff run. We'll have you a couple more times before the playoffs are done. Hopefully, you're still in the thick of things, so that way we can have a bird's eye view. And maybe if we'll keep up the theme of having the winner join us. I really liked Jesse Racimus joining us for that. So that was a lot of fun. So then maybe that'd be for from now on when we do the recap, we'll have the race winner too.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. Alrighty, folks. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for another awesome stream with everybody. If you missed anything, rewatch it, send it, go back to the beginning because we had a lot of really cool stuff even from the very beginning. So rewatch the stream if you have to. Stay tuned for next week. Hopefully we'll have something. We'll be in the works. We'll announce it on the Twitter page there as far as what's going on there as well. So keep up to date. If you didn't really get to read all the mantras, we'll have it on the Twitter page there so everyone can make fun of me some more. Thank you. Have yourself a wonderful night and make sure to stay